Hi, hello, it's Lillian. Welcome back to the Knits by Lillian podcast. It's been a minute since we filmed a video. It's been 6 months, but I promise I've still been knitting. I've got so much to update you on. I'll never let it go this long again. Oh, I forgot. I haven't filmed in so long. I'm like nervous to talk to you guys. I missed you. Grab a coffee. Hopefully your coffee or your bev of choice is better than my 4-hour-old watered down Americano. But without further ado, let's crack into it. Okay, so since it's been 6 months since I filmed a video, I've worked on a lot of things that are kind of out of season now. So I'm just gonna forego the order and who cares? Who cares? I'm gonna tell you what I'm most excited about, and it's a whip. So if you have never knitted something designed by Irene, get on that right now. Amazing designer, super creative patterns. So this is the Rota sleeveless top, obviously not blocked. We've got an all over mesh situation going on here, kind of alternating with some little ribbed panels. I've got the neckline done. Here's where it gets fun, okay? I'm making this into a dress. So I've been wanting to do either a knit or crochet dress for like years, and I've never figured out either a pattern or a yarn or a style. So I decided that I feel like my best bet is to do kind of like a beach cover-up vibe rather than like a traditional like not sheer dress, you know? So I really liked the texture where it's kind of like one strip. You know what? I'll just put in some of my info. It's like one strip of mesh and then kind of a strip that's like more opaque and then alternating as such. So I really liked this stitch pattern and decided why not. So I'm already past, the top has I think 2 lengths. There's like a cropped version and then a longer version. I'm already past the length of the longer version, and my plan is the top says to split the hem back and front, so I might do that when I get to the bottom. I've added in my own increases, so I don't want to say too much because the top pattern is a paid pattern, so I can't tell you everything I'm doing, unfortunately. But the side panels have these little kind of ribbed strips worked in just to kind of seam up. I really like how it looks. I think it looks really nice with the like armhole ribbing. I think it looks kind of smooth and put together. So I'm working some increases on either side of that on both the front and the back panels. So they're basically the same stitch pattern. And then I'm just increasing out a little bit and then I'm gonna continue going down. So I wanted to do sort of like a loose bodycon fit is my goal. Like I don't want it to be completely square just because I don't think that'll fit my body shape that well, but I don't want it to be tight and fitted like a traditional sweater dress also often is. So in between, this yarn is, what yarn is this? Sandisgarn Line. So it's a great summer option, and I'm really happy with this. I love how this is turning out. I will keep you posted. Haven't really been active on the Instagram either, but I will be again. So check out that for the most recent updates on how this dress is going. I'm trying to show you how long it is without standing up. It's like past my natural waist by quite a bit now. So we're making progress. You can see a little bit that it's starting to kind of come out here, but just give you a close-up of that stitch pattern too, because I think it looks so nice. Kind of like a cross hatch stitch type, I think you would say. So I'm really excited about this. I wanted a project that made me excited to design again. And let's see, where did we leave off? I have a sweater that is completely ready for testing, but I'm gonna hold off until maybe like mid to late summer or fall, because it's an all over cabled, like heavy fisherman's cable type vibe. It's not a summer sweater, and I don't want to be working on a second sample in the summer because I want to make cutie little tank tops for the spring summer weather. So that's coming. I also have mittens that I designed that are these are both tech edited too. The mittens are tech edited, they're ready to go. So I'm not going to show any of that here. I'm going to save that for a more seasonal video. There's just too much to cover. Okay, so speaking of cutie little tank tops, let's get into some of the things I finished since we last spoke. So, my favorite things knitwear has a bunch of classic, I would say, patterns. Multi-use, layerable, that kind of vibe. So, I cast on, this is Camisole number 7. Cast on, cast off, and wore, actually, I should say. Sorry. Okay, ooh, she's a little wrinkly because I've been wearing it. But this is what the front looks like. So it has a little bit of, it almost is like supposed to be bust shaping looking like, but there isn't actually any shaping. This side is just completely straight. So this yarn is Knitting for Olive Cotton Merino. I think it's the Cotton Merino blend. Or I'll put it down below. It's whatever their cotton fingering weight is. And it's an all over broken rib pattern. And what I really like about this is that the sleeves, the armholes and the neckline are worked with the front and the back. So you don't have to go back and pick up a bunch of stitches. It's actually kind of similar color to the one I'm wearing. You don't have to go back and pick up any stitches because it's all worked just as one. So that's kind of what that looks like there, which is so nice. If you're an OG, you'll remember I designed a shirt similar construction to this, different weight, different yarn, different shaping. Actually, the only thing that's the same is that the armhole and the neckline are all worked at the same time with the front and back. So I really like that. Oh, we have a cat sighting. But I think it's just really efficient. And the last thing I want to do when I finish a little tank top that I'm hoping will be a quick pattern is go back and pick up 300 stitches around the neck. Because who wants to do that? Do you want to do that? She said no. Okay. Are you gonna settle in? She's gonna rip up everything I just set down. Hold on. Okay, we've been successfully relocated. Okay, so the next thing that I have cast on and off, again, apologies, is another May camisole. So I love the construction and the shape of this. It's black, so it's not gonna be the easiest to see, but I'll show you my other sample in a moment. So it's sort of a high neck, there you go, just camisole. I did this one really cropped. Looks great with literally anything. Looks so elegant with the neckline. So I'll show you this one that I finished, I think last summer. So it'll be a little bit easier to see the colors here. So it's got a neckband that's continuous around the top here, which I really like the look and the fit of that. I think it looks so elegant with these other like thicker ribbing on the armhole. Just a stockinette body, also kind of wrinkly, apologies. Yeah, okay, so nothing crazy on the body. Most of the interesting part is the neckline. Not much to say about this one. The pattern's great. I rarely reknit patterns. I don't think it's interesting to knit the same thing a bunch of times. So the fact that I reknit something speaks very highly of the pattern. Great pattern, very elegant, you know? I love knitting things that I'm gonna wear because I feel like a lot of times I wear, I don't know, clothes that are a different style than what I like to knit. Not that I don't wear what I knit, I don't know what I'm trying to say. This fits my style very well, is what I'm trying to say. So, I honestly kind of want to do another one. I want to do like a navy blue situation. I actually just swatched some navy blue yarn, like directly before this. But I don't think it's going to be the right weight for another May camisole. I think this is going to be like a beachy little pullover. But this is, oh no, it's cotton. I have no idea what cotton it is. That's okay, doesn't matter because we don't have a plan for it yet. But yeah, I've been wearing this quite a bit. This is probably one of my most worn pieces of knitwear of the last year already, and I finished it in like March maybe. So love this. If you haven't knit a May camisole, I would highly recommend. This yarn is Drops Flora, so it's 100% wool, not the softest, I will say. So for hotter weather, this might not be the best choice. Also, it's a high neck, so you know what you're getting yourself into if it'll be itchy or not for you. But really love these. Great wardrobe staple. Okay, so another whip that I'm excited about, but I've kind of put on hold because it feels very autumnal and not very summery, is the Olga Jacket by Petite Knit. Clearly fall colors here. This is Cascade Superwash, Cascade 20, and it worked up amazing. I have never done color work. Well, okay, it's not really color work, it's just stripes, but I've never done color work with Cascade Superwash series, and it's so nice. Like, the stitches are so even, everything blends really well together. So it's a drop shoulder construction, as a lot of hers are, and we've got 4-row repeat stripes. This is so fun to knit. It's so addictive. I feel like I kind of discount striped things, but they're so fun. Like, the repeats are so addictive because you do one and then you're like, oh well, I'll stay up long enough to just do another 4-row repeat, and then you've done the whole sleeve. Repeats into the wrist cuff as well. Everybody was talking about this on Instagram like last fall probably, so I'm a little bit behind the trend here, but I saw someone knit a really cropped version in pretty much these exact colors, and I literally went out and bought yarn to do the burnt orange and white, or burnt orange and off-white, the same day. I was like, yep, I need that. I need that right now. And I was kind of looking for another project to start, so here we are. We've got ribbing on the bottom. It's cardigan, I think I said that. So I'm gonna need to get some buttons. So weigh in if you have an idea for buttons. I think I want to do like a horn button. What am I looking for? Tortoiseshell type vibe. I feel like a lot of times I go for a wooden button, and I don't know if that's the vibe here. I also thought about an orange button, but I think that's also not the vibe. I think something brown could be really cool because it looks kind of like vintagey retro, so I feel like that's a good fit. But I'm kind of loving the little like color profile I've got going here. Love. Okay, good stuff. I don't want to go in too deep because it's Petite Knit pattern and they're pretty similar. I think I've talked before about the Olga pullover on here too, so nothing crazy going on here, but yeah, really, really fun pattern and mostly really fun colors. Okay, wow. Right after saying that I hardly ever re-knit patterns, here I am talking about knitting the jacket after I knit the pullover, and the other sweater I have that's completely finished and worn several times is also something that I've knit before. So I guess I'm a giant hypocrite. But this is the Klint Classic by Ventzel. I was on a big like broken rib train for a while. This is a really classic looking pullover. Knits up great. Broken rib all over. This is an alpaca wool blend by, I think, Barocco, but I'll link it below. Okay, this is the second time I've knit this pattern, and I'm always hesitant to talk about problems I have in patterns because a lot of times I think it might just be myself, or I gaslight myself into thinking that. But I've now knitted this pattern twice, and both times I've ended up with very uneven short rows, and I can't figure out where I'm going wrong. The pattern says when you're starting the short rows, I can't remember how she words it, but it basically, the gist is like, when you're starting the short rows, it's gonna look like it's gonna be uneven. And it does. And then it's never corrected. Or I'm missing how it's corrected. I went on Ravelry and Reddit and saw some other people were having the same problem and couldn't figure out how they fixed it. So I just have a little bit of an uneven sweater, but that's fine. I think you could probably do this very easily with no short rows. But I love this. I've worn it a lot. It's quite cropped, but that was what I was going for because my other one is bright red and it's pretty oversized. I think I did a large for the other one, and I typically do, or maybe XL, and I typically do like small, medium. I think this is maybe medium. I love too, the really deep armhole makes it so cozy. This has been a wardrobe staple. Now that I'm holding it up, I'm like, wow, I should wear this more. This looks great. But I don't know, there's something about the broken rib that just looks so clean and polished. And forgetting my favorite part, the thick raglan increase. So it's like all of these stitches in here. I think that it's like, I don't know, I want to say like 12 stitches in the raglan. And normally I think patterns do like maybe up to 4. Typically when I design, I usually do like 2 unless I'm doing like a cable or something in there. But 12, a little bit unheard of, at least in my previous knitting. And I think it looks so good. And the way the raglan stitches come down so seamlessly into the body, chef's kiss. Now I'm like, should I cast on another one in this cotton? A summer Klint classic? Wait, that could actually be so good. And then I could maybe just do my own short rows or something. This could actually be good. I was just gonna do stockinette with the blue. That could be really fun. You're seeing inspiration strike in real time, and now I don't know what to do with myself because I'm like, do I need to write down what I want to do right away? I have had a hard time in the last few months finding projects that I feel really excited about, and so to be excited is making me excited, if that makes sense. The fact that I'm excited to cast something on is actually making me so happy. So I think I'm gonna go cast that on or something. Maybe I should design my own broken rib because I kind of want to do a thinner broken rib. I guess you'll just have to come back and see what I do because we're so back, okay? We're so back. We're gonna be knitting so much again. I'm really excited to see how this dress turns out. I'm trying to think of anything else I want to address from my knitting in the last 6 months. It's honestly also been a lot of me casting something on and then either kind of sending it on the back burner or ripping it out. I was pretty frustrated with my designing for a little while because I just had a lot of difficulty with the tech edit of that big cabled pullover, which is fine. Like I would so much rather have all of those questions come up between my tech editor and myself rather than test knitters or God forbid when the pattern comes out. But I was just frustrated because I always want to grade very size inclusively and things just numbers weren't working out the way that I wanted them to, and I was just getting frustrated because I was like, I just want to knit, I don't want to do math. So it might be a second before I design anything else that's that technical or that complicated, but broken rib doesn't involve as much math. So I'm really excited to be knitting again. Should I show you the dress one more time? How long do you think I should make this too? I don't have that much yarn, so weigh in. Because I was thinking if I'm doing a beach cover up, I might keep it kind of short. But a full length of this, are you kidding? It could be like beach wedding material. That could be crazy. I'm really excited too. I love the neckline. I've tried it on a couple times. So I'm really excited to see where this goes. Okay, I'm rambling. Thanks for listening to me yap, as always. Come back. I promise that I will get another video out in less than 6 months. Come back to see where I am with all of these and to see what else I have planned on casting on. I have a couple other whips that are already going, but I don't know if they're gonna get ripped out, so stay tuned. Stay tuned. That's it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for yapping, and I'll see you next time. Bye, friends.